Hey, what's going on, beautiful Aquarius? This is Brandon over here with Wow, here to bring you your weekend vibes energetic reading for August 9th through the 11th. If you are a first-time viewer, thank you for coming and spending some time with me. If you're a returning viewer, thank you for rocking out with me again. I appreciate you guys. You're the best. Let's see if we can get you some good information for the weekend. The way I do the weekend vibes energy reading is I do 2 cards for each kind of Aquarius out there. I do 2 for the single Aquarius, 2 for the Aquarius that's in a couple in a relationship. Excuse me, again. And I do 2 for the Aquarius that's maybe a bit complicated. Maybe you're not sure where you stand, where there's reasons why everybody's complicated and confused sometimes. But either way, you're all Aquariuses at the end of the day, so you can get information from any one of the 2 pairs that I draw, because energy is fluid. And like I said, you're all the same sign. But let's go ahead and get into it. Hopefully you're having a fantastic week so far. Hopefully, well, there we go. Yeah. Before I was so lovingly interrupted by the universe, I hope everybody's having a fantastic week. I hope Friday's been treating you well. First card out for my single Aquarius out there is we're starting out with heart chakra energy. We're starting out with the Anahata energy, okay? So let's make sure that if we're just recently coming out of a relationship, we're not allowing that to bog us down, to slow us down from moving on to the next step, the next phase of our lives, because maybe that's what it took you to go out and do, is go into the garden and prune some unneeded branches or some excessive weight holding you down. But make sure that you're not getting caught up in feelings of what wasn't and what is not. You're headed towards a direction for a reason, and the only way you're going to get there is if you forgive. And you don't have to forget, but it does help sometimes to just completely let something go. But make sure that you're forgiving this within yourselves. You don't have to call this person up and be like, oh, baby, I forget. You don't have to do all that. Forgiveness works internally a lot of times, and you have to forgive yourself and forgive others yourself. You don't necessarily have to go and announce it to the world, but if you feel called to do that, then you go ahead and do it. But make sure that you're allowing your heart to be open so that you're not working in an open network with a closed circuit, okay? And also for my beautiful, beautiful, lovely Aquarius, let's make sure that we're tending to our home environment. Like I said, the home is not just the area around you, but your own temple, yourself. So let's make sure that we're taking care of ourselves by grounding ourselves and doing something for ourselves this weekend. You don't necessarily have to go and be the life of the party to have a good weekend. Sometimes it's just about, throwing on a show you may have been wanting to catch up on for the longest time, or just, getting up and getting into a groove just for no reason at all, except for you just feel like getting up and dancing. But make sure that your home environment is still a sanctuary. Make sure that you still feel secure and stable within the confines of your own home, whatever that may mean for you. But make sure that home is your foundation, is your safety ground, is your headquarters, is the place where you can go and still be you and still feel fantastic about the you that you are. And Aquarius is wonderful, I know that. For my Aquarius in love, let's maintain that heart chakra energy. Let's maintain that emotional balance. Make sure that we're not allowing our own emotions to define what it is that we're experiencing. Sometimes our emotions can take us down a road that we don't mean to go down. Sometimes our emotions can be the biggest liars in our lives and make us feel in a certain way about a certain person, even though we shouldn't. We should be a little bit more understanding, especially if you're in a partnership, especially if you're involved with somebody and there's not just you involved in how you feel. You have to maintain that emotional balance, not just for you, but for your partner as well, so that the union is a true union. That's what you want your partnership to be, okay? But let's make sure that we're keeping ourselves nice and cool, nice and smooth, even if things are a bit troublesome between you and your significant, okay? And also for my booed up Aquarius, let's stay in that third eye energy, okay? Let's make sure the ajna is wide open. Make sure that it's receiving that divine consciousness from the crown. A lot of you guys have been doing the work. Right now, the event that just kind of Climax last evening was Lionsgate, and what that's doing for a lot of people is opening their eyes to new aspects of themselves and the world around them. Everybody is receiving this upgrade, whether they adhere to this stuff or not, whether they believe in it or not. Everybody is changing. Every sign out there is kind of going against their own grains and becoming something new and fresh, and something that is not really the basic idea of what it means to be Aquarius. A lot of that is being redefined for all of us, all the signs across the board. So don't worry about it. If you're going through different pains and different pains, that must be the energy circulating throughout here. But if you're having brand new ways of speaking, maybe you're a little bit less filtered than you usually are, or maybe you're starting to think about things that you normally don't think about and consider things that you normally don't consider. That's all part of this enlightenment. Everybody is receiving this upgrade due to the Lionsgate event this year. So be aware of that and be conscious that your third eye is booming. The Aquarius is existing in a very high state of vibration right now, and that's a fantastic thing. But it can also be scary sometimes, because you don't know why you're behaving in certain ways occasionally. But know that you are, and that other people in your lives may be behaving sporadically as well, because of these changes that are happening, not only on this 3D level, but also a couple of levels up. Your spiritual, your mental, everything for everyone is kind of altering a little bit and becoming something that it's not known for, or advancing in a way it's been known for, and really stepping up in ways that just weren't there before. So be aware of that. Allow forgiveness into your life if your partner is causing you a little bit of aggravation, a little bit of irritation. Realize why it is that you love them. Let them know that. Try to change the subject. Try to get away from the stuff that's trying to tear apart your union, if that's the case. If things are going smoothly, then this third eye energy is probably a major part of that, and is probably going to continue to advance the commitment that you have to each other. So just go with it, go with the flow, become the flow. All right? And for my complicateds out there, look, each Aquarius started out with heart chakra energy, and that's fantastic. I love the consistency. But we're gonna extend compassion out this weekend, maybe to ourselves. Maybe you need to open up your heart to yourself and allow yourself to feel welcome in your own body. Sometimes we can get caught up on things, with other people, make us feel a certain way. If they're not responding to us in the way that we want them to, we can start to tear our own selves down. Is there something wrong with me? Is there something more that I could do? No. Sometimes you just have to turn your gaze into a different direction and say, oh wow, the sun is shining over there. Let me look at that scenery, or let me check out what's going on over here, because over here is really confusing. It's really just bewildering me, and I don't know why. So allow your compassion to not only extend to other people, which it should, especially if you're trying to get out of this state of confusion, but make sure that compassion is turned around on yourself, and be forgiving to yourself. Allow yourself to make mistakes. Allow yourself to recover from whatever it is that's ailing you. Okay? And also, babes, let's make sure we're expressing ourselves, all right? Let's make sure that we're using that open, honest, beautiful inner voice that you have. We're vocalizing the things that bother us about the events in our life, or the people involved, and whatever is going on around you, okay? Sometimes all it takes is a little bit of honesty to get rid of a field of disillusionment and confusion. Sometimes you have to clear the air yourselves by speaking that honesty out there to yourself. Sometimes you don't even realize how you feel about something until you start talking about it, and you say what it is that you couldn't really think about, or that you couldn't really form into words before or prior to just kind of blurting it out. But make sure that self-expression is coming from a place of honesty. That way you're not just kind of diarrhea of the mouth, saying things just to get a rise out of somebody, or to get some kind of result that you're probably not going to manifest, because you're not being honest with yourself or with the person who you're speaking it to. So just make sure that your vocals are an instrument, putting out their beautiful notes for people to kind of latch on to and to maybe sing with. But open yourself up to forgiving any faults within yourself. And if somebody else is exacerbating your aggravation, be honest with them and keep it moving if they continue down that kind of same course. But yeah, you gotta snip and you gotta prune some branches sometimes to get the best growth out of your tree. So realize this, okay? Well, that's all I have for you for now, Aquarius. I hope you guys are having a fantastic week so far. I hope Friday is treating you well. If you're getting out of work, I hope it was a productive day. If you're going out this weekend, have fun and be safe. If you're staying in this weekend, please do the same. I'll be talking to you soon. I love you guys. Peace. Namaste.